Hello, everyone. The doors to the Viridian Tea House are open once more. How y'all doing? It's been a while. I've been busy and stuff. So, anyway, wow, that was really weird. Welcome to another video of Viridian Tea House. I've got so much stuff to tell you. So, if you're ready, grab some tea and let's go. First thing I want to say is I have a new blend, but it's not new. I've had it before, but I've changed it. Welcome to Tea of the Astrophysicist. Again, you can see it. This is a black tea with fennel, cinnamon, and juniper berries. So that's it in the French press right there. And actually, my boyfriend and director of art for Viridian Tea Company just had the first cup ever of the new Tea of the Astrophysicist, and he gave it two thumbs way up. As he put it, quote unquote, it's tea with a kick. So I'm getting ready to try some myself. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. No, really, this is quite good. This is the thing where I make the tea and you don't need sugar with it. Like I said again, this is a black tea with fennel, cinnamon, and juniper berries. The new tea of the astrophysicist will be available in the VTC Etsy store right after I do this video. So give me about an hour or so and you can have your very own bag of tea of the astrophysicist. So try it again. Mm. It's sweet, slightly, very, very slightly spicy. And honestly, it's a combination. The spice is the fennel with the juniper berry. The sweetness comes from the cinnamon. But like I said, I put no sugar in this. I did the French press and poured it directly into my cup. But this is good. Mm, this is quite lovely. And seeing as how we are now in autumn, so happy fall, y'all. Out here in Colorado, the leaves are changing and the temperatures are dropping. A couple of times it's been in the 50s, some in the 40s. So this is perfect for a nice cold autumn day. And I chose these ingredients because they're all about mental clarity and calming down. Dealing with astrophysics, you need a calm mind to study and wonder about space and the dark matter and the black holes and things like that. So this is a perfect cup to accompany any book dealing with astrophysics. And plus, and I do want to admit this, I do have really, really bad fangirl itis when it comes to astrophysicists. In fact, one time I read a paper written by an astrophysicist, and I was so, no, actually, it wasn't a paper, it was an interview. And I was so impressed with her that I reached out to her and I said, I really enjoyed reading about you. Is there any way I can have a copy of the paper that you worked on? And she wrote back immediately and was like, oh my gosh, yes. And she sent it to me. And I just thought, this is the coolest thing ever. So, to all the astrophysicists out there, this tea is for you. Thank you. Mm. So, let's put that to the side and let's get to a book review. Let's go to my previous home of New Orleans, where sort of kind of reviewing two books, but I'm going to focus on one. So, this is written by a friend of mine named Andy Reynolds. The Axe Boys, Blues, The Agents of, Volume 1. I'm just going to read the back of it for you. New Orleans, a city with one foot planted in the past and the other ankle deep in chartreuse flavored dreams. Creatures and spirits of every ilk saunter down the jazz filled streets day and night, struggling to find purpose amidst the ivy drenched balconies and colorful shotgun houses. The Axe Boys Blues follows a centuries old agency tasked with protecting New Orleans from forces that would see her destroyed. Unfortunately, the agency was nearly wiped out and is virtually non existent. In a city where mosquitoes wear vests and spectacles, where the Mississippi is teeming with monstrous beasts, and where wonder sprouts from people's heads like plants, can this agency fill its ranks once more to take on an adversary from its past, an adversary that has jumped through time? I will freely admit, well, one, I got the book from Tubby and Coos Mid City Bookshop. If you're in New Orleans and you are all about books, you've got to check out Tubby and Coos Mid City Bookshop and tell Candace Kimberly says hello. But I picked up this book many years ago, and then it took me several years to read it because, like any true bibliophile, we just keep buying and buying and buying, and our pile of to be read books gets bigger and bigger. So when I finally sat down and I read The Axe Boys Blues, I thought, I've never read a book like this before. Never. It kept me fully entertained. I loved the characters. I felt like I was there, which several years later I moved to New Orleans and I was like, this kind of, never mind. Thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this book. So imagine my surprise when Andy decided to write the sequel. Yay! So this one is called Ballad of the Reverie Organ, also by Andy Reynolds, The Agents of Volume 2. And for this one, it is Warrior River Creatures, Thieving Ghosts, Reincarnating Gods. This is New Orleans. Mere weeks after the agents of voyaged into the lands of the dead to face off with the Axe Boy and save the city, a malevolent force explodes through New Orleans. The calliope on one of the Mississippi steamboats is ransacked, its pieces torn out and fashioned into a device that alters the mind of anyone hearing it. A mysterious cloaked figure appears out of thin air, playing the device and bewitching the innocent, his head covered in a giant animal skull coated in glowing symbols. A horde of grotesque, mythological beasts follows in his wake, attacking citizens of the city. The agents of reach out to the mystical Noor, a group of warrior children who fly through fog in dreams, armed with swords and knives, and are far older than their appearance lets on. But how much help can the Noor, born of lies and dream, be in tracking down this madman? Who is this chaotic figure? What are the creatures that follow his command? And what does he want with New Orleans? Andy, I hate you. This book was incredible. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, having said that, there were some moments where I was like, okay, I'm not really sure what's happening. And then as soon as thought those words, he takes a hard left and everything is revealed and it's like, oh my God, as they say in Jurassic Park, clever girl. Very much so. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. The first book, like I said, Axe Boys Blues, really a great read. It's one of those reads where if you start reading it, be prepared to not do anything for the rest of the day or the next 2 days, depending on how fast you read. But Ballad of the Reverie Organ kept me entertained. It kept me in suspense. You have had some twists and turns in this book that I literally did not see coming. And the ending was perfect. So, Andy, thank you so much for this book. And he's got several other books out as well. I will post all of his social media links so you can find out where you can order these books. And if you, for some reason, don't want to order through him, you can also order the books through Amazon. So, once again, The Axe Boys Blues and Ballad of the Reverie Organ, both by Andy Reynolds. But for this, he gets the coveted 5 cups of tea award. Yay! 5 cups of tea, 5 cups of tea. The writing was perfect. The characters, of course, were believable. It was good to see Edith and Mars again. Also, the function and um, oh goodness, Julius and all the other characters as well. And it was really, really cool to read about the Nord too. Kind of reminds me of like the Lost Boys with Peter Pan, but way more savage and darker and older. And I'm just going to stop right there. But once again, You have the Axe Boys Blues, The Agents of Volume 1, and Ballad of the Reverie Organ, which gets the wonderful 5 Cups of Tea Award, both by Andy Reynolds of New Orleans. Pick them up at local bookstores in New Orleans or through Amazon, or like I said, through Andy's social media links, which I'll post at the end of this video. So thank you so much, Andy. I truly appreciate reading your books. So, what am I reading lately? As I go through my pile, as many of you know, I am very much a Francophile. I am all about parlez-vous français. I love anything about Napoleon. I love, of course, I lived in New Orleans. I speak the language. And also, I recently joined the Alliance Francaise here in Denver. They have different movies and different events. I actually went to a French happy hour and met some really cool people. They offer classes. But anyway, enough about that. So, my latest read is book 3 of the Macabre Rougeon series by Émile Zola. Book 3 is known as The Belly of Paris. I did skip book number 2 because I'm cheap and I saw this at a bookstore yesterday and I was like, why not? But this is proving to be quite a read. I'll just read the back of it for you. Respectable people, what bastards! Unjustly deported to Devil's Island following Louis Napoleon's coup d'etat in December 1851, Florent Quenu escapes and returns to Paris. He finds the city changed beyond recognition. The old Marché des Innocents has been knocked down as part of Haussmann's grand program of urban reconstruction to make way for Les Halles, the spectacular new food markets. Disgusted by a bourgeois society whose devotion to food is inseparable from its devotion to the government, Florent attempts an insurrection. Les Halles, apocalyptic and destructive, play an active role in Zola's picture of a world in which food and the injustice of society are inextricably linked. So, if you're into classic literature and into classic French literature, like I said, I've only read 2 books of the 20-book series, but the first book grabbed my attention and I thought, Monsieur Zola, take my l'argent, s'il vous plaît. The third book, The Belly of Paris, current read. So let's see, what else is going on? Oh, yes. I will be a vendor for my first convention in Colorado next year, known as Cosign. You can see that there. Cosign is located in Colorado Springs, so that's 30 minutes south of where I live. And as you can see, all the different people, guests of honor, things like that. So if you can get the website here, if you live near Colorado Springs, please check it out. But like I said, I will be a vendor at this event. I will be selling teas, of course, and my books, and also artwork through my business partner and boyfriend, J.W. Bullard. He'll have copies of his books and his watercolors there as well. So, like I said, we will be at Cosign January 14th through the 16th next year in Colorado Springs. So, hope to see you there. So, oh, and one more thing. So, as many of you know, I am a big Moon Knight fan. Like, if I hear the words moon and night spoken in the same sentence, I'm automatically assuming that they're talking about the best superhero in the world. Ju- I don't care if you judge me with this. Moon Knight is awesome, as you can see by my several pieces of artwork. That's my Moon Knight shrine over there. But and my little figure, my little Moon Knighty with this little bobblehead. So apparently the rumors are true. There will be a Moon Knight miniseries. I think it's on Netflix, and I think it's supposed to debut next year with Oscar Isaacs as Mark Spector. So I'm really looking forward to that. So let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. So once again, just to kind of wrap up before we do our meditation, this is Tea of the Astrophysicists. I have brought it back. The tea consists of black tea with fennel, juniper berries, and cinnamon. It will be available later on tonight through the Viridian Tea Company Etsy store. I'll post the link so you can just go click and hello, I want 5 bags. I will be a vendor at Cosign in Colorado Springs in January. It's coming up before you know it. My latest read, Emile Zola, The Belly of Paris. It's amazing. And once again, much thanks to Andy Reynolds of New Orleans for the Axe Boys Blues and Ballad of the Reverie Organ. You can get both of these books through Amazon or through Andy himself. I will be posting his links right after this video is done. And thanks again, Andy. You deserve the 5 Cup of Tea Award. 5 cups of tea, that's perfect. So let's do a little meditation and then I will say au bientôt. So get comfortable. You can either find yourself sitting or lying down or standing up and just kind of drop the shoulders a little bit and gently close your eyes. Take some deep breaths in through the nose and out the mouth. And for today's meditation practice, let's think about autumn. For many people, autumn is a wonderful time. It means pumpkin spice everything and apple cider and pulling out the socks and the sweaters and drinking hot chocolate and getting ready for Halloween. And for some people, autumn is a time of loneliness, a time of sorrow, a time of depression, a time of sadness. What does autumn mean to you? When you hear the words fall and autumn, October, just think about the images that come to mind when you hear those words. Are they pleasant? Are they discouraging? And if they are discouraging, why is that? Can they be changed into something positive for you? Something better for you? Let's think about fall. As we wrap up this small meditation, this small break from our daily lives, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes and welcome back. And I will admit that every time I think of fall and autumn, I think about It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I love that cartoon. It's just amazing. And I always think about pulling on thick socks and, like I said, sweaters and feeling the chill in the air with just a hint of warmth from the summer. It's like summer just doesn't want to let go, but it's slowly backing up to give autumn some room. So I hope that this meditation and all previous meditations give you a little bit of peace for even if it's just for a few minutes, just a nice break in the day. It's not about solving the world's crisis or problems. It's just taking the time to breathe and to acknowledge that breath. Once more, again, with feeling, Tea of the Astrophysicist is now available in the Viridian Tea Company Etsy store. You can find the link at the end of this video. Also, if you live in Colorado or near Colorado Springs, I will be a vendor at Cosign 2022. That's January 14th through the 16th in Colorado Springs. And once again, and I cannot thank you enough, Andy, for these incredible, incredible books. If you, like I said, are looking for something different, written by one hell of an author, I highly recommend these two books. Thank you so much, Andy. And on that note, I wish you guys a good rest of your day or evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. And until next time, raise your teacup high, and I'll see you soon. Bye.